It's not a Fantasy Haven live stream without everything crashing for no reason. I'm very sorry about that. I don't know how that happened. Like genuinely, I don't know why it crashed. It's always with Streamlabs. See, I thought getting an SSD and more RAM and stuff would like help with a bunch of stuff, including Streamlabs. But no, sometimes we just crash for no reasons. That's annoying because the other solution is OBS, but getting the chat up on OBS just looks very ugly compared to Streamlabs. And then, anyway, let's move on. Where was I? What was I talking about? I wait for the people to flock in, like sheep. Come, Shepherd Haven is here. Flock in. Look at the fact that you can see my first live stream that's like 40 minutes, and then the second one immediately afterwards. Like, yeah, something went wrong there. I think we're gonna continue where we were. Okay, let's go. Yes, I am safe. Don't worry. I was not hacked. I was not assassinated by Quinn the GM. It's all good. So, moving on to the Crown Lands. This is Jaehaerys, King Jaehaerys, in one of the earlier bookmarks, and this is Blackfyre. So let's have a look at Blackfyre, shall we? Look at this creature. So first off, the pommel is sort of a blackish red flame, which is nice. The crossguard, kind of twisty, and ends at dragon heads. Excuse me, sorry. And of course, there is a ruby, red ruby in the pommel itself. Yes. So I'm not a huge fan of this one. I think the crossguards being sort of thin and twisty, I'm just not a fan of it. I don't really like it that much. It's not nice. The little dragon heads at the end are a cute touch, I guess. The ruby in the crossguard, it's a bit boring, I think. I'm aware the bit in between the crossguard isn't called the crossguard. I just don't remember what it's called. I think the ruby's kind of small. I think it could be better looking. I do like the touch of the red ripples across the crossguard. That is nice. That is nice. And the kind of black-red pommel, the flame. It's decent. It's decent, but I think it could look better, honestly. I'm not a huge fan of that design. I'm going to go mid for that one because the effort has been put in. But I'm going to go mid. There we go. It's like I never crashed. I've been here all along. What are you talking about? Just notice my grandpa on the top right. That ain't my grandpa. That's me. This is a face reveal. Where is he? There he is. The Haven face reveal for people who weren't here in the last stream. That's me. That's the Boomer Lord Haven. That's me trying to deal with Streamlabs. That's me after a few rounds of face app. So the real Haven looks like that beneath the beard and the fatness and the glasses and the age. There's a real Haven deep down there. What are people saying? Who does Talon belong to in the mod? See, here's the thing. Originally, I wanted this stream to be ranking the canon and non-canon swords, because the devs have done a fantastic job making a bunch of non-canon swords, such as, House Valyrian have Seafoam and House Arryn, I think they have one. And there are a load of really cool looking non-canon swords, which perfectly makes sense, right? There's meant to be 300 odd Valyrian Steel swords in Westeros, and yet only like 20 are described, which is bizarre in the books. But the thing is, I didn't know which houses they belong to. So I might, if I'm going to do those ranking, the non-canon ones, I'll do that another stream once I know what they belong to, because I don't, like, there's like Mother's Grief and, Wormfire and stuff like that. Black Death. And I'm like, cool names and cool designs, but I don't know what house they belong to, and I don't want to talk about it unless it's in relation to the house that owns them, right? So next up we have Dark Sister. So this is Balon the Brave. Did I not take a screenshot that included the pommel? Wow, okay, that's bad. I apologise for that. I don't have the pommel, so I don't know what the pommel looks like. But the crossguard looks like dragon wings. Sort of like bronze dragon wings coming out like... and And in the middle, looks like some scaliness. Yeah, very simple. Dark Sister is the lesser of the two swords, so it's not going to look as glorious. Little winged. Yeah, it's fine. I'm going to put mid. I'm going to put mid for Dark Sister. There we go. You can go in there. Next up, we have, staying in the Crown Lands, we have the Valyrian Steel Axe. Everyone's favourite weapon, because it's the only described Valyrian Steel Axe. Now, it's not named in the books, but in the mod, the devs have named it Pinsir, because, of course, this is House Celtigar. Oh, crabs in the chat, by the way. This is House Celtigar, and their sigil with a bunch of red crabs on white. So Pinsir, which is, you know, a cute name. As you can see, you got the fun, like, Ripley steel of the axe. And this is a one-headed axe. At the back, it's got the sharp bit. I don't know what it's called. When an axe has one side and at the back there's like a spike, so I guess it can act as a two-handed weapon if you need to use that end. And yeah, and then the length, yeah, nice and simple, and then the pommel simple. Very simple axe. It's basically, it hasn't got much ornamentation, no jewels that I can see. It's just nice and simple, a Valyrian steel axe. Personally, I'm more of a two-headed axe kind of guy. What did my axe look like? Oh, mine is literally one-headed. I take that back. So yeah, mine was quite similar. Mine is Valyrian steel axe, and then I had the back bit be Valyrian steel, except I had a little dancing crab on top of mine, which automatically makes mine S tier. I'm gonna put. Yeah, it's boring. Like, it is kind of boring. There's not much going on. It doesn't need to be. Like, not every Valyrian steel weapon has to be covered in gemstones and ornamentation. They don't need load of intricate designs, and it does look cool, but just for the sake of making the live stream more interesting, I'm going to put this in rusty. And compared to the others, there's not too much going on. Yeah, I can imagine wielding a Valyrian. Imagine, I want to see it used in the books, you know. Wielding that Valyrian steel axe, cutting through like a knight's plate armor. I think in my live stream with Quinn last week, when Quinn and I ranked just the Valyrian steel swords as they're described in the books and their names and their histories and so on. Quinn had the theory that a Victorian, one of his favorite characters, was going to raid Claw Isle, which is full of treasures and stuff, and while raiding it, he will have the axe. And so we're going to see Victorian, who often wields an axe, you know, in one hand he's got like his volcanic burnt fist, and in the other hand he's got this Valyrian steel axe. So that'll be quite fun if it happens. Probably won't happen, but you know. Here's the thing: Quinn and I have we have a bit of a clashing style with live streams, which I've only recently realised, which is, for something like a tier list, what Quinn likes to do is he's like, okay, this sword, I'm going to say what I think about it, I'm going to say where I think it should go in the tier list, done. Whereas I'm a bit more like, let's slow down, let's discuss the history of the blade, let's have a back and forth, let's come to a conclusion once we've had a discussion. With Quinn is very perfunctory, he's very one and done. He's like, this is the blade, this is where it should go, boom. Which I think is more about timing. He's a very busy guy. I can afford to ramble for a long time about nothing because this is my job. Whereas Quinn's got law school, right? So he's got to. So I think we got to find a way to balance that kind of thing. But yes, who's this? Oh yes, we're moving on from the Crown Lands to Essos. So if you remember from my video, there are 3 foreign blades that are described. There's a Valyrian steel arak belonging to Cago, not to Zolo. In the video, I falsely claim I spread fraudulent misinformation by saying that the arak belongs to Zolo, the fat Dothraki, who he's one of the brave companions who cuts off Jaime's hand, but it actually belongs to Cago Corpse Killer, who's a big, burly, terrifying Dothraki mercenary working for the wind-blown sellsword company. Might be. But that's not in the mod, I don't think, because that will be another part of Westeros, right? That's like a... Yeah. What else? Oh, and then there's the sort of the scimitar, the curved sword, the Valyrian Steel curved sword with the the dragonbone hilt that belongs to Sandok the Shadow, who was the bodyguard of Aegon III, and a guard in the service of House Rogaire. So that's not in the mod either, as far as I'm aware. Maybe it is, and I haven't seen it, but I don't think it is. However, the foreign Valyrian Steel weapon that is in the mod is this, Truth, that being the sword of House Rogaire. So let's have a look at it. It's again, as you may remember, my truth. Let me tell you what my truth is. I'll tell you about my truth. I also went with a rapier vibe, a kind of a fencing sword vibe with the little thing that I don't remember the name of that sticks out, just to give it a bit of a more of a foreign feeling. And I was directly influenced by the mod version, so yeah. But I gave mine a sort of a blue and gold vibe, purely because the strange AI art of Mairedo Rogaire on the wiki has him in blue and gold armor, and I thought, I guess I'll run with that then. It's one of Elio and Linda's weird AI art that they're stuffing the wiki with. So yes, we've got the little rapier bit here, the crossguards pointing downwards, like curved downwards like that. Very, very intricate, lots of what's the word? It's enameled. And then the pommel. The pommel looks cool as well. Some symbols on the pommel. That's nice. Yeah, this is cool. Just because it looks different. Again, I think, especially for the wealthy house Rogaire, I think it could have a bit more going on with it. But I think I'm going to go with pointy end just because it stands out. It's something different. It's got flair, you know. It's also a tier list. Who cares? Sometimes I spend too long thinking about which tier it should go in. Okay. Right. And then finally, we have the last canon. Well, actually, no, we're done. We've done all of the canon Valyrian Steel swords in CK3 Game of Thrones, and in the future, I want to do more. I'll do I'll rank the non-canon ones. I just need to work out which houses and which characters they belong to. So I'll get in touch with the devs and all that. So that'll be fun. But we're not done. We're not done because we have Dawn, and here he's wielded by Sir Arthur Dayne. I'm trying to be dramatic, but again, plane going overhead. God damn it! Can you hear that? That's so loud. So Dawn is that Dawn? Did I pick Dawn? Okay. Dawn is not Valyrian Steel, and in fact, you know, Quinn wanted to rank it, I think, in our live stream, and I was like, no, it's not Valyrian Steel, and I don't mention it in my Valyrian Steel video because, contrary to popular belief, it is not made out of Valyrian Steel. It is an ancestral sword of House Dayne, and is specifically passed on to those who bear the moniker of Sword of the Morning, who are sort of the ultimate warriors, right? But it's actually made out of meteorite. It's like a milky white blade forged from the heart of a star that crashed into Dawn, which is wild. And of course, the Dayne castle is called Starfall on the island where it crashed, right? So that's pretty cool. And if you want to know more about House Dayne, and Starfall and Dawn, I actually have a House Dayne video on Patreon. It was the first Patreon exclusive video I did. I haven't watched it in ages. I don't even know if it's... How long is it? I think it's like a solid 13 minutes. Anyway, that's a cool video. And yeah, that's how I remember about it being, you know, a crashed meteor and all that stuff. So unless I picked the wrong sword, which I may have done. No, I don't think I did. Yeah, the blade is incorrect. The blade should be a milky white. It should be a milky white blade. So the colour's wrong. The crossguard, let's have a look at the crossguard here. All kind of weird and twisty and cool, I guess. And then the pommel is, it looks like they took some inspiration from the show. So if you remember Dawn in the show, it just looks like a normal sword, but the pommel has like a sun painted on, and everyone was like, oh, is that it? So this is obviously doing more because it's got a more interesting crossguard and so on, and it's got the things, the rings. What did we call them? The lugs, the something lugs. I can't remember, the parrying lugs or something. I don't know. Oh, is that something else? No. Oh well. Wait, can we brighten this up? Oh Jesus, that's terrifying. Okay. Oh God, no. No, pretend I never did that. Okay, ignore all of that. I tried to. Oh God, no. Oh, he looks so blurry. What happened? That wasn't me. I didn't do anything. Oh, there he is. He's back. Yeah, I think it's kind of. I don't think that's a great rendition of Dawn. I mean, the color's wrong. The color's incorrect. The little Dawn thing on the pommel, inspired by the show, is a nice touch, but it's also a reminder of the show. And it's like, yeah, Dawn was kind of disappointing in the show, and just for the sake of having fun, let's go Lost in Old Valyria, because the colour's just wrong. That's no milky white meteorite. That's just a plain old sword. So I'm going to put that there. There we go. Of course, in reality, it does look great, right? But like, I'm trying to make the tier ranking more interesting. There we go. The Valyrian Steel tier list. Dun, 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 dun. In less than an hour. It took less than an hour and 2 entire streams because I'm an idiot. So that's fun. There we go. So, like I said, I do want to rank the non-canon ones. Even if I can't find out what houses they belong to, I'll do it. I'll do it anyway. And people have said they've been missing the CK3 streams back in the day. Back in the day. Yes, milk glass. Yeah, it's described as looking like milk glass. Back in the day, I used to do the observer mode, where I just get CK3 Game of Thrones up. I'd go maximum speed, and I just watch, like, chaos unfurl throughout the map. And then I'd sit back and answer questions from the chat. So it was just a classic Q&A session, but instead of just staring at a single picture, we got to saw wars and kingdoms rise and fall and characters die in funny ways, and every now and then between answering questions I'd check in and be like, what the character's up to. Oh, Tyrion's been sent to the wall, now he's Lord Commander, Euron's king, etc, etc. So I can do that. I can do some more observer mode Q&A stuff, just to satiate you all, because obviously I'm working on the cooking video. I'm working on it on every fray, but I haven't posted in a while, so I need some more live streams. Definitely some more live streams throughout the week, while I'm working on those videos. I even kind of forgot about Orphan Maker. I couldn't find it. The Orphan Maker is in the game, but I couldn't find it. What I was doing is I was getting the characters up and going through the poses, and there's a section of poses where it's characters posing with every single Valyrian Steel weapon, and for some reason Orphan Maker wasn't in there. So I know it's in the game, but I couldn't find it in the pose bit, so I didn't add it. Excuse me. Yeah, so there we go. That could be fun. And again, if you want to send me any kind of live stream ideas while we're waiting for the new videos, that could be cool. And once the Frey video is out, obviously, I'm going to be doing a bunch of Frey stuff, like Frey tier lists and just breaking down the Frey video and Frey theories, all that stuff. I've got an old Frey tier list video I did with Quinn like over a year ago. I might delete it. It really is quite bad. We were starting out streaming. We didn't really know what we were doing. We didn't even do every Frey. I want to do like every Frey. I want to go nuts. Okay, I think we can wrap up. So, thanks for watching. This was a fun, short little couple of live streams. I'll be doing more in the future. If you want to, no more super chats to read off. That's all chill. If you want to join the Patreon, check that out. We've got exclusive videos and exclusive live streams and some exclusive Discord access and all kinds of stuff. Character art commissions, cameos and videos, loads of fun stuff. And of course we have merch. fancyhavenmerch.com. It's in the description. It's just some t-shirts and mugs with some Fancy Haven stuff to help support the channel. I need to promote the merch more. I always say that. I don't merch up enough. So yeah, any last questions, any last queries, anything before I wrap up and carry on working on my Frey video? Boomerhaven is waiting. Any more for any more? This was a short live stream, wasn't it? Let's see. Robert's Warhammer, Valyrian Steel. Yeah, Valyrian Steel Warhammer might not work, right? Because the whole point of a Warhammer is that it's light and fast and cut through metal. But if you just have like a blunt Valyrian Steel hammer, then it's going to be lighter than a regular Warhammer, so it won't be as effective as caving in armor. And like it's blunt, so it's not going to cut through armor. So yeah, Valyrian Steel Warhammer doesn't really make as much sense. What would I name a Frey Valyrian Steel sword? Oh my god, that's a good one. Weasel, how about that? I don't know. I don't know, Blue Tower. Wait, no, Blue Tower is not. Yeah, it is. Blue Tower. Yeah, that's kind of lame, isn't it? Walder's balls, which are made of Valyrian steel. Hey, I talk about his wrinkly Valyrian steel balls in my upcoming video. Trust me. Vindication goes hard. Yeah, Vindication is a non-canon sword in the mod. Okay, I need to find out what houses the non-canon ones belong to. Yeah, see you in another live stream this week. Watch out for the cooking video. Watch out for the Frey video. I'm having lots of fun with it. Alright, see ya.